Good morning, and welcome to our current and former members of the Coordinating Council. Our journey began 30 years ago. This morning, we held our last Coordinating Council meeting. The image I used at that Coordinating Council was that of a threshold. We are crossing a threshold over to a new governance structure. We welcome those who joined us via Zoom, and that includes two of our facilitators. Our first facilitator, Ruby Cribbins, and our last facilitator for the last Coordinating Council is Mark Clark. I want to give a special thank you to the women who prepared this service, to Marianne Radice, Janet Ryan, Cora Rivera, and Peggy Schmidt.
We begin today in the name of all that is. Today, we gather to give thanks to one another and to the Holy One. We are filled with gratitude for all of the blessings we as a congregation have and will continue to receive on our journey into deeper community with one another. 30 years ago, we began our adventure into a major shift in our type of governance. The 1994 chapter approved the revised constitutions, calling for a new governing design. In place of the provinces, we were to implement a new model of clear, direct representative governance, the Coordinating Council. The structure was based in the mission units establishing direct representation. Today, we take the time to remember and to name some of the many gifts received by the congregation through the Coordinating Council in the past 30 years. We recognize them to be foundational for the building, deepening, and strengthening of our community as we move into a future full of hope. We experienced the formative and challenging moments of the Coordinating Council as tributaries of our river. In this reflective time together, we are invited to let our memories surface of our personal gifts from the Coordinating Council with the help of words and images we share today. With deep gratitude, we take a journey along the river of our iGEM lives, since 1994. We reflect upon and acknowledge the richness of our blessings. I invite you to take a few moments to remember your first coordinating council meeting. Recall the faces, the sharing, the prayer.
The journey of remembering begins November 17, 1994, the opening of the Coordinating Council, when members gathered in the front foyer, encircled by the IHM community. Sister Claire Francis, soon to be 100 years old, blessed the 52 members who then processed into the meeting room. Our participation has blessed us with many gifts: honest dialogue, consensus, invitations to serve and speak as representatives, reflective decision-making, and growth in knowledge of one another as sisters and associates in community. The Coordinating Council is intended to foster among its members a sense of the whole regarding the life, mission, and common good of the congregation. It is structured so as to create an environment of sharing, dialogue, and discernment, so that a synergy might develop among the entire body. This synergy will help us move forward and move the directions and visions to which we are committed, which we have committed ourselves as well. We are grateful for those who have served as elected members. The leadership councils of 1994 to 2024. The 1994 Leadership Council, the 2006 Leadership Council, the 2006 to 12 Leadership Council, 2012 to 2018 Leadership Council, and 2018 to 2024 our Leadership Council. We are grateful for those who assisted us, the facilitators of the Coordinating Council: Ruby Crimmins, Marcia Allen, CSJ, and Betty Moslander, CSJ, Janet Reesner, CSJ, Mary Fran Barber, IHM, Carol Crapo, CSJ, and Mark Clark. And we are also grateful for our administrative assistants for these years, Barbara Childress and Monica Talinsky. As we continue to gaze at the river, we see the strong current indicating the breadth and depth of direct representation through the mission units, the community circles, to the coordinating council and the committees, fostering a sense of the whole. We realize the many tributaries of the river contributed through the various coordinating council meetings and projects. Some of them are the theological education process, which began November of 1994. The Four Stories, written by Mary Ellen Sheehan, 2007. Monroe Campus Long Range Master Plan, which guided us from 1994 to 2003 and beyond, encouraging our members to be involved in a major decision, the sustainable renovation of the campus and the Mother House, with a process that invited representative governance and direct participation. It demanded deep prayer and contemplation. Then the Mickle-Rum implementation process that followed, where the challenge was very demanding. And we remember the ingenuity poured into the physical and spiritual demands of relocating 150 IHM sisters and staff from the West Wing, the Mother House, to the East Wing, St. Mary's Conference Center, for 3 years and back again. Those women, those 150 women were saints. And then learning to live green, which challenges us continually to grow more earth-friendly from 2003 to 2024. And the tour program from 2003 to 2006, through which 5,300 people learned more about sustainable living.
We begin our litany of thanksgiving for gifts received from the work of the Coordinating Council, for the development of representative government into strong participating in decision-making. We give thanks. In deepening conversation on a regular basis in every aspect of Coordinating Council.
We
give thanks. Expressing one's own values and respecting another's. We give thanks. For supporting a vision of the whole. We give thanks. For choosing the struggle to achieve consensus whenever possible. We give thanks.
Some of the additional gifts include the IHM logo, development of IHM mission statement 2003. Urged by the love of God, we choose to work with others to build a culture of peace and right relationship among ourselves, with the church, and with the whole earth community. Also, the chapter of 2005-6 would be directional, simple, and contemplative. The revision of governance structures, the development of the IHM website, our tagline, deep faith, courageous spirit, action for justice. The mission integration, which ensured the IHM values in our sponsored ministries. Reports from various groupings, the JPSO, different financial reports, the trust report, relationship team report, the spirituality centers and the Margaret Brennan Institute, the IHM apartments, the integrating idea reaffirmed, the celebration of the 175th anniversary of the congregation. Our sharing led to new beginnings as we affirmed and supported new initiatives that strengthen our commitment to the liberating mission of Jesus. The establishment of Our Lady of Guadalupe Middle School, the Nuns Life Ministry, Hearts of Fire, process from 2007 to 2009, permanent associate commitments, Detroit Ray High School, Cristo Rey High School in 2007, the Compassionate Companions in Advocacy for Marginalized People, the Haitian Outreach, HIV/AIDS Advocacy and Healing Racism, the transfer of ownership of Marygrove College, ministry grants and associate projects, inclusive language patterns, and more. The social media guidelines and relationship building, the purchase of the Riverview property and buildings, 58 IHM healthcare beds certified as medical Medicaid eligible, the widening of the tent, inviting us to identify with others who are belonging, the Chapter Act regarding financial resources, intergenerational gathering, the wellness coordinator, collaboration with other congregations, executive director, the COO, and the transfer of ownership of our IHM campus.
We continue our litany of gratitude for lighting our tent. By opening our hearts to the members of the global community, we give thanks. For speaking out for the needs of our poor and desperate sisters and brothers, we give thanks. Recognizing and nourishing individual gifts, we give thanks. Desiring to expand hearts and minds, we give thanks. Challenging our commitment to the common good, we give thanks.
An important component of our coordinating council experiences was provided by many formative opportunities, which we came to call stretching exercises. Deepening conversation on a regular basis in every aspect of the coordinating council. Expressing one's own values and respecting another's. The IHM community learning process, which offered many unique learning events. Exploring with Judy Canato, the universe story and the incarnation. Encouraging the integrated spirituality which honored the cosmos as revelatory of the divine. And personal and educational development around Catholic identity, our contemplative heart being human and sexual, and individual and institutional racism, and understanding diversity. These and other experiences permeated the entire community as we shared not only at the coordinating council, but within mission units, community circles, and beyond.
Our river also contained some rough waters. The concern about seating an associate as a rep of a mission unit within the CC circle. Escalation of the renovation project budget to $58 million, plus many unforeseen glitches in renovating the 376,000 square feet and 100 acres of our drives, trails, plants, and trees. Raising money in the IHM capital campaign. Closing IHM Westchester High School after 45 years. Selling Water Elite in Crofton, our IHM vacation homes. A national economic downturn with subsequent high-cost construction workers downsizing the project. The IHM budget cuts and hiring freeze of 2009 to 10. The Vatican apostolic visitation. IHM President Mary Van Gilleren's death. The accompaniment of grief with that. The Vice President Joan Wilma going into the presidential role for the remainder of the term. COVID, demographics reality, and addressing racism, inclusion, diversity. Throughout it all, the Leadership Council, the Coordinating Council, and the entire community did their best as they continued to create a culture of sustainability in our world through relationships, mission and ministry, and deepening our IHM understanding of our resources. The calls to simplify structures, balance financial concerns with mission and ministry resources, deepen relationships among ourselves and with others, and explore our faith in this complex world, and to grow more contemplative, echoed in the members of our ears, in the ears of our members. Let us now take a few minutes to ask ourselves, how am I feeling? Is there another memory that comes to mind? What do I hold in my heart from my years on the Coordinating Council?
Now we conclude our litany to express our thankfulness for participating in and influencing major IHM decisions. We give thanks for sharing in the banquet of dialogue. We give thanks for enjoying the balance of fun and seriousness. We give thanks for traveling into the cosmos. We give thanks for attending to the dream of God. We give thanks.
We move forward together as we pray. Create in us a new spaciousness, one that frees us to enter fully into the mystery of your love, in union with one another, in community. We are grateful for this 30-year journey along the river of our IHM life for the Coordinating Council structure and process that ends today, for the service of all the representatives and the involvement of all in the community circles. As we move forward together, as we sing our closing song, A Place at the Table.